There are around 6.5 lakh villages in India, and there are only 30,000 bank branches in the rural parts of our country. So the gap is around 6.2 lakhs, which is a huge gap. And considering the population of India, half the population lives in the rural villages.
Okay.
So to reduce the gap to a very minimum level, what do you suggest?
See, it is not necessary that each village should have a bank branch. And when you talk of 30,000 branches, you do not take into account the cooperative banks which are there. These are only commercial banks. Commercial bank branches 35. Okay, 30,000 plus. You add the RRB branches, add the cooperative bank branches, it will be slightly more. Okay, so that is number one. Number two, it is not necessary that each village should have a specific bank branch of its own. Okay, either one bank branch can serve a few villages through some mechanism. The business model will have to be turned on. Okay, either they go through maybe an extension counter, or maybe they can use a mobile van, or they can use a business correspondent. There are so many options available to the banks. The objective is to provide banking services in the village. In what manner you provide is immaterial. People should get the banking services. That's it. You do not have to physically set up a branch in all villages. That's not there. So the gap will be reduced to that extent.
Uncle, what according to you is the solution to financially include all the people who are interested in being included, the villagers and all those?
See, currently we are thinking of providing banking services, isn't it, to all who are excluded from the banking system. So the banks will have to provide those services. Okay, and till new banks are set up or whatever decision is taken by the government, the existing banks will have to do it. Now, existing means you have commercial banks, you have RRBs, regional rural banks, you have cooperative banks. So all these banks should come together, and they should devise mechanisms through which they can provide the banking services. Okay, and that mechanism should be a win-win for both sides, for the banks themselves, because we do not expect the banks to go and dole out charity. That they cannot do. Banks are basically commercial organizations. Okay, they need to have a business model for this, which will be income generating for them also, and it will simultaneously provide banking services to the people who need. Okay, so it will be a win-win for both. We do not want the bank to go into loss and provide the services. That will not be sustainable. They may do it under pressure, maybe today or tomorrow, but that will not be sustainable in the long term.
Uncle, can you tell a target? What is the target to financially include all the people?
Target means?
Yeah, I mean, which year do you expect?
No, we can't do like that. See, targets, currently we have one set of targets set up by the Reserve Bank and the Government of India. That is by March 2012, all the villages having population above 2000 should get the banking service.
No, that's quite improbable.
So whatever it is, so that is the target that we are having at the moment. Whether it will be achieved or not, we don't know. We still have 1 year to go. Okay, so let's hope it will be achieved, because everybody is working towards that. Everybody is working towards the target. The banks themselves, the government is also, I mean, they have started a lot of drive on this issue. Okay, focusing on the banks and all that. Let us, because that is the only target we are having at the moment. We do not have any other target after that. Rangarajan committee said by 2015 you should have a financial inclusion on the mission mode. 2015. Okay, whether that will happen also we don't know. Currently the only target we are having is this. Now then the more difficult thing will start. Go beyond 2000, population less than 2000, those villages which are more in number. This is only 75,000 plus, but the other villages having population less than that will be much more. How to include those villages? I mean, the work is a huge challenging task. It's not very easy.
So Uncle, if this is achieved, what will be India's situation and what will be the future?
You don't know. It should be achieved in fact.
No, but if this is achieved, then what is India's condition and what will be the future?
As you go along, you will try to find out what will happen after that. But this is the current need. Okay, so let this be achieved first. And this is a huge task, as I say. It's a huge task. It's a huge challenge and a huge opportunity also. Because if you let the opportunity pass by, we don't know what will happen. People need these services and they must be provided. And see, financial inclusion itself will not solve everything. This is only one sort of inclusion. Literacy. Along with financial inclusion, you should have other types of literacy, you should have social inclusion, you should have other, maybe the holistic type of development should take place. All those steps should be simultaneously taken. So if you focus only on financial inclusion and forget everything else, development is not going to happen. Development has so many dimensions, and all the dimensions must be attacked at the same time. Okay, so in that case, let's see. things will improve.
What is Reserve Bank's role exactly in financial inclusion?
Reserve Bank, because it is the central bank, because it is controlling the banking system and supervising and regulating the banks. When you want to provide banking services, okay, in the villages where it is not available to the people who are not having access to banking services at the moment, Reserve Bank has to devise the policy for that. Because it is the regulator of the banking system, and you want financial inclusion to happen through banks. So Reserve Bank has to be turned into the situation. Okay. So what Reserve Bank is currently doing it is impressing upon the banks to develop a business model. Okay. Particularly with the help of technology, with the help of business model, so that it is, as I said some time back, it is a sustainable model. It happens without any loss to the banking system on a long-term basis, and people also benefit from that.
Uncle, we as a part of our project targeted the children, because they are the one who can influence the parents.
Yes, absolutely.
So, what do you
very early? They must understand what is finance. See, basically, we are talking of awareness. We are talking of literacy. We are talking of financial education, and financial education must start at a very young age. And children at the appropriate level to understand financial education. Okay, they must know. They must get familiarized with how to manage money, how to manage their own cash flow, income and expenses, and all those things. They must know all these things.
Yeah.
Because awareness, see, many problems arise because people are not aware, including in financial matters. Once people are aware, and that is another thing which Reserve Bank is also trying to project, awareness development. More aware customers are better customers. Isn't it? Always. If the customer is more aware, he is always a better customer. He can choose for himself. Okay. So you must make people aware. And in our country, many people are not literate even in the normal sense. Forget about financial issues.
What is the, what do you think is the proper device? How do you think financial inclusion can take place? Because we have seen the role of SHGs as a very significant, it is very significant towards financial inclusion. So, what is your view exactly? What do you think is a proper?
No, they are one mechanism only. They are not the mechanism.
Yeah.
SHG can help. See, everybody has a role in this. The task is so huge. If you ask me, what is the biggest challenge to financial inclusion? The number one challenge is the hugeness of the task. Right. The enormity of the task. The task is so huge. The people are so many. Okay. So how? Everybody has a role in this. Government, RBI, banks, non-government organizations, private sector, corporates, school children. You name everybody, and he has to play a role in this. Because the task is huge. There are no single institution can do it. Okay. So NGOs, SHGs, yes, all of them have roles.
Okay.
Yeah.